Welcome. Let's turn this mic down. It's a bit loud still. Welcome. Let's get into this. Crazy. Past 24 hours. We all thought Lewis Hamilton got that second place at one time. You know, we thought we'd won it. One of the best races I've seen in what Lewis done yesterday was absolutely amazing. What Mercedes did, we all thought, yep, catching up with Checo. I still think he's gonna beat Checo. Still 4 races to go. But what we heard yesterday, that Lewis Hamilton was being disqualified from that race because of the flaw issues with his car. Now, there's a lot of controversy around this. There's always controversy around Lewis and F1 and the scum stewards. But we know how it goes. We've just got to move on with this. Nothing we can do about it. A lot of people blaming Toto Wolff about leadership. A lot of people are blaming the team. Listen, I'm not here to blame anyone. I'm here to win trophies and win championships. That's what we're here to do. Now, I'm going to bring in my partner, Michael Hughes. He's Robin. I'm Batman. Solo. Not really. Toto. Amma.
Yeah, welcome, man.
There you go. Welcome to the debrief. This is not a debrief. It's going to be a different debrief today. I'm going to talk about what happened yesterday after the race, after we thought Lewis Hamilton got the second place, which he rightfully deserved. And if it weren't for a few mistakes by Mercedes, maybe they should have pitted him a little bit earlier. Again, he could have locked up. And when he locked up as well, when he asked him about his tyres, they asked him, could you go another 4 laps with the tyres? 4 or 5 laps? He says, not sure. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but the breaking news is coming through. This came in early hours of the morning of UK time. There was a shot following the outcome of United States Grand Prix as Mercedes driver Lewis Hamilton was stripped of his P2 finish, while Charles Leclerc of Ferrari also lost his P6. But what caused the pair's disqualifications? Which rules did they break, and how did their teams respond? What happened? Following the conclusion of the race of the Circuit of Americas, where Max Verstappen claimed his 15th win of the season and the 50th career win, FIA technical delegate Joe Bower, I probably botched his name and I don't care, and his team went through the standard post-race checks. And this is one of those checks were a physical flaw and plank wear inspection, which they chose to carry out on 4 cars, those of Hamilton, Leclerc, Verstappen as well. Yeah, right. And McLaren, Lando Norris. So basically, the plank is also known as the skid block. That's the wood underneath. And basically just like a board underneath the car. You see sometimes when the car goes over over a ramp, you see the wood, the plank. So basically, they called it the skid block. Was introduced in Formula One in 1994 to ensure that cars weren't to run too close to the ground. However, 1728 local time in Austin, a little under 2 hours after Hamilton and Leclerc taken the checkered flag, Bower noted in a message to the stewards that he found Hamilton's Leclerc skid blocks not to be in compliance with the rules. Hamilton and Leclerc were duly disqualified for United States Grand Prix, resulting around 1915 local time, promoting Norris to P2 and Leclerc's teammate Carlos Sainz to P3. So, the saying on here, what rule did Mercedes and Ferrari break? Technically, Hamilton and Leclerc cars breached Article 5.5.9 of the 2023 Formula One technical regulations, which states that the thickness of the plank assembly measured normal to the lower surface must be 10 millimeters plus 0.2 millimeters plus of the minus of the 0.2 millimeters and must be uniform when new. That's all the technical stuff. A minimum thickness of 9mm will be accepted due to wear, and a conformity to the provision will be checked, and the destination holes. Essentially, teams are given 1mm grace of the plank to wear down during the running race. So basically, when they get the thickness of the plank, they're allowed so much. So obviously, when it rides on the floor, it's going to wear out a little bit. So essentially, teams are given a 1mm grace for the plank to wear down during running once the car has entered the parc fermé. Which any more wear deemed to breach the rules. So that's all the technical bollocks. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
So I ain't got a clue what that means. Anyway, I'm looking at this, and this is absolutely shocking news for me. It seems like when Lewis Hamilton gets ahead, they want to chop him down. I'm not saying they didn't breach the rules. I'm not saying they did breach the rules. I'm not saying they never breached the rules. But what I'm saying is, why is all the... Listen, and listen, at the end of the day, right, Charles was 6th place. I don't think he cares about 6th place, Charles Leclerc. I don't think he gives a shit. Let's face it, he don't care. Sorry, excuse my language. I don't think he cares. But think about it. Imagine the stink. It's causing a stink already on Twitter, social media, or X. I'll still call it Twitter. It's causing a stink on social media, saying that they're trying to screw Lewis Hamilton and all that. La 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 la. But imagine if it was just Lewis Hamilton what got punished. They said that they brought in 3 drivers. Now, something doesn't smell right to me. I know people are going to say, look, they broke the rules, yeah. But they said the 3 drivers that they inspected was Max Verstappen. He had to be in, didn't he? They pulled in Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. But it was Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton what got pinched for the plank being too thick. Or whatever, yeah?
Whatever.
And if they would have just pinched Lewis Hamilton, imagine the stink online, what would have happened? Now, what's your opinion on this, Total Hammer? I'm asking you now about this. 17:28 local time, Austin under 2 hours at Hamilton. So the rules that they broke, the FIA technical delegate, Joe Bower. I hope I botch his name. I enjoy botching his name. I love it. So I'm looking at all this, yeah. It's just absolutely, I just don't understand how this happened. Because the rule's been there since 1994, yeah? I understand that, yeah? But I'm looking at this, it's going to be a minimum of 9mm, which will be accepted due to the wear, right? Because obviously it's 9mm, and obviously it needs to come down a bit. They give him that little grace, so when they come out in the car, the board's going to hit the floor first time, and it's going to wear out, isn't it? That's why they give you that extra millimetre of grace. But they're trying to say that they went over that. So what are you saying about this, man?
Yeah, I'm just saying that.
I ain't got a clue.
Look, Red Bull. No, I do.
I ain't got a clue. I ain't got a clue. Go.
I'm not into it. Look, I know it's a debrief and it's all technical part. I'm just gonna say this from the hip, right? Red Bull can have cheating cars all season, but not get penalised even once. So as you said, that Verstappen, Leclerc, and Lewis got pulled in, and Verstappen was conveniently the one who got away with it. Out of all those cars, yeah, and there's added Charles Leclerc to try to style it and try, lessen the buff, right? But Red Bull can have cheating cars all season,
yeah,
and last season, and not get penalised even once for their car.
Nah, they just get a little fine.
The only times they got penalties and they got reprimands and little fines. Reprimands don't mean anything.
Yeah.
Reprimands don't mean anything.
No.
Right? Because anyone can get reprimanded and don't get away with stuff. Right? Yeah. And you get them fines of 100,000. 100,000. Imagine a whole cost cap. Because they got really, really big cost cap, right? 100,000 ain't going to do nothing to the cost cap.
I know.
I'm going to spend 100,000 on toilet paper every week.
Exactly.
100,000 fines, reprimands ain't gonna do anything, and now they've got away with something else.
I'm gonna bring this up. Hold on.
millimeter wide. It's rubbish, man.
I'm going to bring this up.
Red Bull didn't get penalised even once this year for their car. Maybe a little reprimand. Maybe a little reprimand if they didn't choose the engine right. Maybe a penalty that didn't affect them. When they actually we're going to change the engine anyway. So they're going to take the penalty and it wouldn't affect them either way whatsoever, right?
This is the part of the car. This is the part of the car that got inspected, which I'm going to bring up on the screen now. Okay. This is a part of the car which got inspected. So if you look there carefully, you can see the rear of the car right here. That was a part of the car where it's circled out where they supposed to have broke the rules, where it wasn't compliant with the F1 rules, with all this garbage, flipping technical Hamilton, because Hamilton's Leclerc's car breached the Article 3.59E of the regulations of 2023 FIA Formula One technical regulations. And he said the thickness of the plank assembly measured normal to the lower surface, and it must be 10 millimeters, old 0.2 millimeters plus of the minus of the old 0.2 millimeters. And if you look there, if you look very closely there, you can see there where they're supposed to have broke the rules, where it's clearly circled. So I'm looking there, and there it is there. You can see there at the diagram where they broke the rules, where it's in the red. Okay, so what makes me laugh is, this is what makes me laugh, okay. All right, you want to do your rules, you want to check the cars, yeah, but it conveniently had to be Hamilton's car. And don't tell me that you was looking at Verstappen's car because you just done that to style it out. I'm just going to call it how it is. This is how I feel, okay?
They weren't looking at it.
This is how I feel. You could not pull Lewis Hamilton on his own and breach him because you know it would have caused a stinker. And you know that the media and you know that the fans would be coming down on the sport to your declining TV ratings. Let's just face it. You got declining TV ratings, and I hope, again, and I continue to say it, I hope your TV ratings tank for what you're doing to this man. All right, he might have broke the rules, he might have not broke the rules, but you had to pull in Lewis Hamilton. Let's face it, you do not want Lewis Hamilton to finish second in the Drivers' Championship. Very simple. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you want to come on my channel and leave little comments in the comment section. I'll block you anyway. Very simple. Very simple. I'll block you and enjoy it. And I'll be after the gym in a minute, enjoy my life, get on with my life. Turn my computer off. I'll turn my computer off, go to the gym, get on with my life. So you can stay online all day, gaining pounds, gaining calories, yeah, hating on people online. That's all you stupid geeks can do. But what it boils down to, yeah, the FIA, the stewards, the power to be at the top do not want Lewis Hamilton to get second. Very simple. Because that will send a message to Red Bull lot to say, look, Lewis Hamilton had the third fastest car of the season, maybe the fourth at parts of the season, and he's still beating your man Checo Perez. Yeah. They do not want that on their record. If it was Charles Leclerc, like last season, chasing for second place, they wouldn't be care. Because it's Lewis Hamilton, they say, oh, we've got to get second this year. We've got to get second this year. We've never done it before. Only because Lewis Hamilton is chasing you. Let's get real. Let's get real. I'm not going to look at these technical regulations. I don't even care about these technical regulations. But what it boils down to, you pulled in Charles Leclerc to style it out because you know you couldn't just single out Lewis Hamilton. And all of a sudden you bring in Max Verstappen as well. You bring in Max Verstappen as well. Come on. Come on. What more can you do to this man? What more? But you know what the kicker is? Listen, hold on, let me land. You know what the kicker is? I'll tell you what the kicker is. The kicker is, you know your man Checo Perez is still going to finish third in the Drivers' Championship. Because you know why? We've got 4 races coming up. 4 races. And you think Lewis Hamilton, all you've done is just woken up a sleeping giant. That's what you're going to do. Because now Mercedes have got a good car. Mercedes have now got a good car. Toto Wolff said it at the press conference. Whoa, I can't believe how fast our car was. I cannot believe how fast our car was. And all you've done is woke up the sleeping giants. Because what's going to happen is, when we get to the next race at Mexico, oh boy, you're going to see Lewis Hamilton finish in front of your guy, Checo Perez, in his home backyard. And guess what the race we got after that? Brazil. And you know how Brazil goes with that spicy engine. We know how Brazil goes. Because that's what's going to happen. Or you can kick him down, but what's going to make it more sweet when he tags your guy at flipping Abu Dhabi 2023? He's going to tag him on the last race. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do then? Michael Massey's not there to help you. Remember the white line? Remember the white line at the USA Grand Prix? Because your driver, Max Verstappen, went over the line and got his lap deleted. What did you go and do the next day? Oh, sir, can you change the line for me? Christian Horner running to the stewards. What happened then? They made the line thicker for Max Verstappen. Because you know why? Because he can't drive. He's got no skill, you see. He's got no skill. You watched that race yesterday. Go and watch the race yesterday. All you heard on the radio is, where's Lewis Hamilton? Lewis Hamilton's matching your time. Lewis Hamilton was in 4th place and you still scared about him. Didn't care about Charles Leclerc, did you? Didn't care about flipping Sainz. Didn't care about Lando, but you cared about Lewis. You know why? Because you fear Lewis Hamilton. And for all you stupid Max Verstappen, Red Bull cretins, you know that Lewis Hamilton is the greatest and you just have to accept it. What, you thought he was going to retire? You thought he was going to retire at 8 world titles effectively. You thought he was going to retire. You thought he was going to walk away and think, I'll leave the sport. He'll be there till he gets 10 world titles. What then? What then? Exactly. I just had to land. Go for it, Toto.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go lie down in the dark room. There you go.
There's two stuff I want to land on. That, you know how they pulled in 3 cars? If they're going to check the cars, because of that Parc Fermé rules, they have to check the cars, or on the weighing bridge. Why did they only pull in 3 cars? At least pull in the whole grid if you're going to check someone's car if it's illegal or not.
Exactly.
It's always
Facts.
the front. They're going to put in the front runners.
Facts.
Right. Just to try to hamper their race.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing is, you're the FIA. You control Parc Fermé. You basically control what goes. You're in control of this race. The FIA is in control of this race. It's basically like a referee in football. They're in control of the match. Why not check every single car to see if they're not in the millimeters or whatever? They only check 3 cars, the front runners, and they conveniently check Max, which there's no point of checking Max because they're not going to look at his car. I bet. And I only checked Hamilton and Leclerc's.
They supposedly checked Max Verstappen, which is utter garbage. But listen,
they haven't checked Max Verstappen. They haven't checked
They
Max
said
Verstappen.
they did. They said they did, but I don't believe that.
No. They haven't checked nothing, man. Red Bull can have cheating cars because I have cheating cars, leading the race by 30 seconds at the start of the season, blowing everyone away. No, they had a cheating car, yeah, and now they give Hamilton, who they know in their hearts that Hamilton is going to come good next season, and he's going to come good this season, and he's going to get 2nd place because Perez. It looks like now Perez has the
39 points
car compared to Max.
There's 39
Perez
points.
has the worst car compared to Max.
There's 39 points. There's 39 points between Perez and Lewis Hamilton. The last 2 races, Lewis Hamilton has scored 0 points. 1 because of stupid George Russell, and 2 is because of the stupid FIA. Now, I understand if this plank's gonna give him performance. He's not gonna gain 0 performance because of this plank. 0. It's not like he's gained performance. But you know what? They know he's got a good car. They know he's going to catch Checo. So when they try and knock him down a bit, I don't care about all this article 25 million, 0.2101. I do not care about the regulations. What it boils down to is they've got an agenda. They do not want Lewis to finish 2nd in the table. Very simple in the Drivers' Championship. But when next year comes, and the thing about it, they know they got a good car. They know they got a good car. They know it. That's what I'm saying. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust none of these marks online. I do not trust none of the FIA. I do not trust none of the stewards. I hope and pray every day when I wake up that their TV ratings tank. I want them to lose money every single time they're on TV. Every single time. I'll never forget Abu Dhabi 2021. Never. And people who don't even watch Formula 1, football fans, people that we chill with on spaces, on videos, that is not even really Formula 1 fans and are just casuals. Yeah, even they said that was the biggest robbery in sports history in the past 30 years. What happened to Lewis Hamilton at Abu Dhabi 2021? The biggest robbery. And it's never going to go away. And you wonder why your man's getting booed on the podium. Your man's getting booed on the podium because he's not relatable. He's not relatable. Max Verstappen. No, yeah, but they don't like Max Verstappen because he's not relatable. He can't construct one sentence without like that. He's not a nice person. He walks into a room. He's the kind of person he'll walk into a room, yeah? He'll walk into a room and the mood will just drop. Yeah. Just drop. He's got no personality. He's got no personality. He's a dimwit. He's a dimwit. Very simple. But this is the debrief. That's what we want to talk about. We was going to talk about other strategy, but that was the topic of today. Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. Don't forget Charles Leclerc as well. But look, it is what it is. He's 39 points behind Checo. He's got a lot to do, and I still think he can do it. I think he could get second place. Mexico is going to be a hunting ground for Lewis Hamilton with that car as well. It's going to be good for Mexico, Lewis's car. So if Lewis can get in that second spot, Checo probably finish 7th or 8th, Checo. And that'll be it. And then he'll gain more points on him. Then it'll bring it down to like 30, 29. Then you got three more races to go. It's not like we only got one race. We've got 3 more races to go. 3 more races to go. So, final thoughts, Toto. Final thoughts. What you wanted to go on?
Red Bull favoured again. Hamilton again, robbed. It's never going to go away. That hashtag, human error champion, rigged, F1 fixed. It's never ever going to go away. Unless, it doesn't matter how much clear out, they can do a whole clear up the FIA. What they're going to do, they're going to bring in 10 more people with the same agenda to Hamilton. It is never ever going to stop. And all these races won, all the FIA is putting out there, and all Sky Sports F1, they don't care. That's what they took it off. That's what they took it off telly. The re-races won because they don't care. Just like the only sport which is favourable is football because they actually do something about it. Like actions speak louder than words. They actually do something about it. They wear the strap, they wear the patch on the kit. They do something about it. What did Formula One do? Nothing.
Nothing.
All they do is a little video, right? The drivers don't care. Half of the drivers don't care about the re-races one. It's never ever going to stop. The hashtags are never ever going to stop because people know, even non-Mercedes fans, sometimes neutral fans say Hamilton's getting robbed. It's there in white and black and white, there to see. It's there to see. Yeah. The FIA, it doesn't matter how much clear outs they do, they're going to bring on more people with the same agenda to Mercedes and definitely agenda against Lewis Hamilton. Definitely. Yeah. Hamilton, doesn't matter how much good racing, they'll find any little thing, any little part in the car that's not probably in spec, right? Just to try robbing. Just to try robbing. That's all they're going to do. So it doesn't matter how much FIA is going to be run by the same people with the same agenda. When I mean same people, it's going to be run by the same people. When I mean same agendas, that's my thoughts on it, man. It's a bunch of rubbish. It's robbed. Hamilton's been robbed again. Mercedes been robbed again. They can do anything to try and rob Mercedes. That's my view on it, man. I've had enough. And before we go, because I know he's British and everything, whatever, man. He always claims that he's from Belgium as well, whatever, man. Did you see how Lando Norris was defended against Lewis? When Max Verstappen came across, come up against Lando Norris yesterday in that race, he just moved over and says, "Go ahead," gave him passage. But when Lewis Hamilton come up against him, he brake tested him. He brakes he brakes under the which he shouldn't have when he was in his gears in his braking zone. He braked, nearly caused the crash, and it didn't even go to the stewards once. Have you noticed nobody's talking about that? That should have went to the stewards. He braked in the where he shouldn't have. He moved under the braking zone. Lando moved. No investigation. He moved under the braking zone when Lewis was chasing him on the top of the first on the straight of the USA Grand Prix. He moved. I'm watching it now. He moved under the braking zone, and it didn't even go to the steward once. That is getting that. People are not talking about that. When I'm watching it now, someone just tweeted it, and I'm totally agreeing with him. He shouldn't have done that. That should have been looked at least. But it went. That
that was
You know
Lewis
what? The thing
Hamilton,
is, right,
if that was Lewis Hamilton, and Lewis Hamilton was where Lando was, and Lando was chasing Lewis, and Lewis moved, he'll get a penalty. What are you
the
saying?
thing is, right, all these incidents against Tsunoda, or that didn't even get under investigation, didn't even look at that.
I know.
No investigation necessary. But Lando won, especially. They didn't even put it under investigation. And usually when FIA look at stuff that potentially could be a penalty, they usually note it. They note it down on the notepad or whatever.
They didn't even do that.
Note it down. They didn't even note it.
Exactly.
They didn't even acknowledge it. They didn't even look at it once. Just let the race go on. They didn't even say it was a racing incident. Yeah, go on. It was racing. No, he isn't racing. As soon as Hamilton was in the braking zone, he moved too late. And I saw that happening to numerous drivers, and especially to Lewis Hamilton. I saw that numerous times happening to Lewis Hamilton. People moving on the braking. Like Tsunoda moved on the brake when Hamilton on his outlap, trying to go. Lando moved on the braking. Lando letting Verstappen go blatantly. He was on the outside.
I know.
He braked, went slow as possible, and just went past him. No fight put in, right? It's racing. You put up a fight against the people who's faster than you, or even at the same pace. You put up a fight every time something's behind you. What did Lando do? Stay to the outside, put up no fight. They even try to get him on the switchback. Because what I saw drivers sometimes doing, they let the driver go on the inside, and they try to switch back the lines to try to get the traction out of the corner. Lando didn't even do that. Just let him go, turn slow as possible around the corner, and it's unbelievable, man.
Look, I'll sense your frustration, but we've got to head off. We've been going for 30 minutes now. I'm going to be headed off now. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we have with more football tomorrow. We've got player lineup for the Thursday. Is it the Thursday game? Let me just check what we've got tomorrow. I've got so many thumbnails. I've done all my thumbnails early. What we've got tomorrow?
Thursday night prediction tomorrow.
Thursday night prediction for the Thursday night football for Liverpool game against Toulouse. So that's coming tomorrow. That ran about 4:30, similar time, 4:50, maybe 5 o'clock. So look out for that tomorrow. That'll be me and Tolton as always. Big up Tolton, man. You had a good showing today, bro. Show passion. Yeah, you ain't done that in a long time. That's what I like to see, the passion. Passion and context and content, and you've done that today. Big up to Total Hammer. So we're going to be heading off. Make sure you hit the subscribe. Make sure you hit the like if you're watching this on the replay. Hit the subscribe. We are doing a double stream. It's on my channel and Total Hammer's channel as well. Total Hammer's channel will be in the link description below. Show the love for Total Hammer as well. Big up, guys. And that's it, man. See you later, guys. Bye.
Big up, man.